What's going on? Greetings. Yes, indeed. Guess who's coming to dinner? Natty dreadlocks. Mm-hmm. Guess who's coming to dinner? Natty dreadlocks. Hi to you, my horse and chat. Blessed one, what's happening? Okay, this piece of paper lying on the ground. And these are saying, it's a paper from the ground. I must take it out. I make the place look untidy. Bits of paper, lying on the ground, lying on the ground. Makes the place untidy, makes the place untidy. Pick them up, pick them up. If really make the place look untidy, so try to keep the place looking clean as possible. And all we like to see untidiness. Oh, and another thing, what is paper? It okay, I don't even want it, but would people realize that when the place look chaka chaka, it can prevent you or I to achieve certain things in our life? Yeah, man. Sometimes the place look away, and you oh, just like Sunday, a lady gave a security guard. I saw when she go into her purse because I was on the scene. She gave the guy $1,500, and she said to him, "Buy yourself a juice. That can buy a good amount of juice. 1,500 Jamaican dollars can buy a good amount of juice." And I don't know why I'm always upon the scene at certain places. I hear him say to the lady, like a couple of days after, remember on Sunday, and then I think him passed there uh, Tuesday, and he was telling the lady that he lost the money. Oh, if you lose money, somebody give you money, you put it in your pocket, and then you tell the person say you lose the money, so you like you throw away your blessings. That is ridiculous. I thought that somebody give you something, put it up safe and make sure so the money is safe in your possession. You understand? But no, the person that come like they never want it and give away them blessing. Yeah, man, give away them blessing. So it's a point my tribe make, 4 things prevent you from receiving blessings. 1, complaining. 2, if your house chaka full of too much unnecessary things and up there. I'm looking at it and I'm saying, what's that true? This makes sense, You complain. You have too much unnecessary things. So wow, really makes sense with you. Really makes sense with you. What you see, people at times do. I'm look at something here. People will have all on upon things. Them go up on the road and buy things, unnecessary things. Both women and men love to do these things, buy things, and I'm about a name for them type of people there. Buy things that them don't need, and it's them turn them out give with them blessing because them have some things them love to complain. Sound like Miriam. You understand? Sound like Miriam. Miriam in the Bible. Parents as Good Shepherds, Part 2. We will dive into Part 2 of this devotional Bible reading. Matthew chapter 2, verse 13 to 22. There is where we get our fire scripture. Memory verse is taken from Nehemiah chapter 4, verse 14, which reads, Remember the Lord, which is greater and terrible, and fight for your brethren, your sons and your daughters, your wives and your house. Yes, indeed. Motivational quotes. Children are an heritage of the Lord, and the fruits of the womb are his reward. So true and amen for the Bible reading. Yeah, man. Thank you, Blessed One. Continuing to read prophetic word for today. I declare that you and your children shall be for signs and wonders in the name of Yahshua. Yes, the message is few days we identify 5 key areas that parents can serve as good shepherds to their children and discuss 2. Today we will look at the remaining 3. Okay, the third way a parent can shepherd his or her children is by guiding and motivating them to serve God and make right choices in life. How can a parent achieve this good shepherd role? First, it is by being his or her children's best example in serving God. It is by becoming a parent they can imitate. The Apostle Paul imitated me as he imitated Christ. Your life and values must be a good example for them to read and obey. Thank you. You must guide them to a good pasture. Attend church with them regularly and ensure that they are being spiritually fed with God's word and prayer. Let them know that you serve God in church in one or two capacities, with which their gifts and they will follow in your steps. Greetings to you, my brother or sister. Man, nice having you here. What's going on? It's your sister. Oh, yeah, said to me. Okay. You know, that's what I say, my brother or sister. Okay, nice having you. Wow. I was having some difficulty with AdSense, but it'll get there. You can't use a phone when you have set up an AdSense account. You have to have like a laptop or a desktop. What you up to, Uncle? Well, I read about from a devotional. I'm a normal. I've been doing my devotional couple months well now. Well. And every time we read from the devotional, because see there, oh, I can't see it, but some turn it sideways there. It's it's a thing where them send to a phone. I the group, it's a well-known church. It's all over the place. They're in Nigeria, they're in England, they're in Canada, they're in America, they're in Jamaica. They're in Mountain Fire, African church. You see them there? Them left all the way from Nigeria, coming to Jamaica. And I, man, we like how them deal with them things. So we support them. And every day them send with devotional, see them in a WhatsApp. And we can turn the phone this way so we can see. I turn it so, we not see a thing. So I can turn it so. So we read it. I will leave phone running here, Jeremy. Okay, nice. It's hard. Can you speak slowly? Okay, if I go more slower, people are going to be more annoyed with me now. I'm speaking slow, and if I go more slower than this, they're going to be so annoyed with me. Yeah, so, all right. We'll reach somewhere where I kind of go train of thoughts because somebody write and me I respond, trying to be a good host to you out there. First, it's okay. It is becoming apparent. Okay, reach so your life values must be a good example for them to read and obey. You must guide them to a good pasture, attend church. Okay, we can reach so to let them know that you serve God in church. I think I reach so to. Okay, I think I passed there, so I think I reach right here. So similarly, as a good shepherd, it is your parental responsibility to protect your children. Moses' mother, Pharaoh's other Pharaoh's ordered and hid her baby. Oh, Moses' mother defied Pharaoh's order and hid her baby. Similarly, in Matthew chapter 2, verses 13 and 22, Joseph was warned of God to flee into Egypt with Mary and baby Jesus, and only to return when it was safe. This responsibility of protecting children spans both the physical and spiritual areas of life. During the Passover in Egypt, it was parents who ensured that the children are weaned were well protected by applying the blood of the lamb upon the doorposts and the lintel of their homes. Dear parents, you must defend your children from spiritual wolves, Satan and his demons. In Nehemiah chapter 4, verse 14, the Bible says, remember the Lord, which is great and terrible, and fight for your brethren, your sons and your daughters, your wives, and your house. Remember that you are to imitate the Good Shepherd who gave his life for the sheep. Fulfilling God's demand of shepherding your children is achievable. The reason is that God has promised to help you. He said, I will contend with him that contend with thee, and I will save thy children. Isn't that a wonderful thing? Yes, it is. Yes, my brethren and sisters, we need to protect our children from spiritual wolves out there, because we know so the wicked one and his demons are on the hunt. We are in Kingston, Jamaica. That is where we are. Yes, that's where we are. Kingston, Jamaica. May the Most High God Yahweh continue to contend with us as we contend with him and cover our children by means of his beloved Son, Yahshua. Father, give us wisdom so that we can guide our children in the way that you want of them. Help us to guide them through all the confusion that are bombarding them through your word, and as we imitate your beloved Son, Yahshua. Yes, indeed. Is Jamaica. Well, yes and no. Couple months back, in October, about 7 parishes got a torrential battering from Hurricane Melissa, Category 5. So, Saint Elizabeth is sitting on a, what would I call it now? All right, where the city of St. Elizabeth is like a sinkhole. I don't think they realized at the time. So if they put St. Elizabeth where it is, and when the water flow coming from all different direction, it was large right there. So, and that's what happened. So many of the parishes got affected, like St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, Trelawney, um, Mandeville, St. Anne, Clarendon, them place. Oh yes, St. James. Those seven parishes got affected by the Category 5 storm. Yeah, man. So Jamaica not really those parishes not so wonderfully well. But I thank all who made contribution to my fellow brothers and sisters here in Jamaica and those parishes. I thank you all who made contribution. Yeah, man, I give thanks to you all. I give thanks. Well, this is where we leave this section of the devotional. I will be diving into today's newspaper and see young Santa. Okay. Sometimes you click on okay, fast, move fast. So we can catch it. Some children forego toys for practical family gifts in shop with a cup event. See this? Same parish right about Santa Cruz, St. Elizabeth, when two young girls walked into a variety store here Tuesday. Instead of focusing on rewarding themselves with toys, one was determined to get a Christmas gift for her mother, while the other chose basic toiletries for her family. The two girls were among 200 children receiving support for, from the St. Elizabeth Police and who had varying stories about the hardship faced by their families following Hurricane Melissa, October 28th, that ravaged across section of the island. Superintendent Cordell Minto was emotional as he led a team of police to purchase gifts for the children in the third consecutive year of the Shop with a Cup initiative. I was looking forward to it this year because we lost our home. And now that we are here, it helps me to get my mind off things like what is going on at home. A 16-year-old Black River High School student, Norma Anderson, told the Observer, the Jamaica Observer, wow, Superintendent Mentor helped us during our difficulties and even sent water to my family, helping us with many things. I just want to big up the entire police force. I am trying to get a gift for my mommy this year again. Just something simple, nothing much, because we are grateful. Minto, the head of the St. Elizabeth Police Division, said the other girls chose to get hygiene products after having a conversation with her mother. A number of the children picked up things, toys, dolls, things that children would gravitate to. My heart was almost moved to tears when I saw one young lady picking up some normal things like toothpaste, tissue, and she said, "These are the things that Mummy asked me to pick up," which tells me really that they are in need of various things, he said. Wow. So, beyond the Christmas shopping for toys and those items, there are some persons who really need additional support. So, we are happy that we are able to assist in a small way, he added. Wendy Simpson, a resident of Elam near Braes River in St. Elizabeth, was among the parents whose children benefited from the Christmas treat. She credited Superintendent Minto and the Jamaica Constabulary Force and High Command for staging the initiative. After what we have been through, this is a joy. My house top came off and my children lost some shoes. Fortunately, good Fortunately, God bless the police commissioner, Dr. Kevin Blake, that he could do this treat for the children so that my children could get shoes and clothes, she said. I really do appreciate everything that you are doing for the children. We love it a lot, and we hope it can happen for many more years, she said to Minto. Chevelle Taylor, a resident of Black River, brought her three children. I am so grateful because the money that I plan to spend, I don't have to spend it again, so I can keep that to do something else. I got a lot for them. I want to praise the Superintendent Minto and the rest of the team, she said, pointing to her children's happy faces. They are so happy. They can choose what they want. They didn't have to say, "Mummy, this is the one I want," or I say, "This is the one I can afford." Wow. I am so grateful, she said while pointing out that the toys are good for recreation as her house is still without electricity. Dovian Carter, a worker at Chan Top Price Variety Store in Fern Gully Plaza, Santa Cruz, translating for his employer, Hang Shang, said Tuesday the initiative was part of an annual collaboration with the St. Elizabeth Police. It is a wonderful feeling to just see that we are giving back to society based on what we have been through and the disaster that has happened since here, he said, adding that the items in the store had been discounted. Minto said the need for Christmas tree cheer through activity like Tuesday treat is important to bring hope to families, especially children. Many of the children are from homes that were damaged during Hurricane Melissa, and it is a pleasure that they are able to come out and enjoy this type of activity with their parents and guardians. Approximately 200 children from various communities across the parish have joined us today with this initiative. We are pleased with the turnout. It is by far the largest number of children that we have seen over the 3-year period that I suspect it will get bigger and better each year, Minto said, while commanding sponsors for their support. Among the sponsors was St. Elizabeth businessman Dwayne Howard Williams, proprietor of Top Rate Automotive Limited in Kingsland, Manchester. We have been doing this for over 3 years, and it is a real good feeling treating 200 children today. We bought a lot of gifts for the children, including back to school items, Williams said. The children were also treated at Santa Cruz Police Station to food and playtime in the bouncebouts. And you can see the children here. Their faces look so happy. Wow, wow, wow. And it's in a big photograph. Head of St. Elizabeth Police Superintendent Minto writes, engage a group of children ahead of the shop with a cop Christmas tree in Santa Cruz on Tuesday. And you see in a picture here, you see a young lady, a little girl. My gosh, she has a little trolley loaded up, and this is all her goodies, all her essential things that she need, other toys and stuff for school. Wow, one trolley, and she's pushing it proudly too. And there's a photograph again. It's a Superintendent Minto as he looks on, you know. Oh, sorry, I said a little girl because I saw something in the background. It's a little boy. Sorry about that. Wow. Because I see a football. I should know, because girls don't play football. I see a football and a truck. So I should have realized it wasn't a little girl. Sorry about that. And you see him there with some other children. He's giving a high five. This was a nice article, man. Nice article. Nice article here. Mm. Very nice article. Melissa's smash shakes. Melissa's miss shakes. Wow. Government boosts NWS fleet with 10 tipper trucks in effect to clear more debris. I see a picture here with the Prime Minister. Look like some brand new trucks. Them get National Solid Waste Management Authority Executive Director Artie Gordon shows Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness some of the tipper trucks brought for the Hurricane Melissa cleanup efforts. Okay, brand new trucks, 10 of them. After 5 weeks of working to clear 450,000 truckloads of debris left behind by Hurricane Melissa, the National Solid Waste Management Authority has announced that it has removed 15,000 truckloads thus far and is expected operations to be fast-tracked with the government's donation of 10 tipper trucks. With the size hurricane that we got, category 5, you will have a lot of debris, said the NWSMA. Not only started our debris management program, but as we speak, 15,000 loads have been removed already, with hundreds of thousands more to go, said Executive Director Wadley Gordon. Gordon, who was thanking the government for its contribution to boosting the cleanup process of the communities worst affected by Hurricane Melissa, said the 10 trucks were highly appreciated because of the tremendous task ahead. He was speaking at the commissioning ceremony of the additional tipper trucks at the NSWMA head office in St. Andrew. The trucks are valued at almost 2 million. 20, so much? 200 million? So I'm turn around my head because I can't believe so much money for, 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 for truck, for garbage truck. So the trucks are more price are more lower than this. This offer of 10 trucks is more than welcome at this time. I want to thank the government for their decisiveness in making the funds available. We want to get the trucks out as directed by our PM and our Minister of Local Government, Desmond McKenzie, into the field like today. The thing about Christmas is that while the fun is going on, it generates more garbage, and we have more need now around these times than we would have normally for a capacity to take up garbage, said Gordon. He also notified Olis and McKenzie that while he was grateful, the agency still requires more equipment to tackle the collection process. Olis assured that he understood the task, noting that moving 4.8 million tons of debris was no easy feat. However, he said that the job was not insurmountable. I don't want it to appear that as if this is an impossible task. It is an overwhelming task, undoubtedly, with the resources that we have, but it is not an impossible task. What we are trying to do is giving the NSWMA the capacity to deal with these extreme circumstances of debris management caused by a disaster. Sorry. So these trucks will be exclusively targeted to that. Therefore, the trucks that we had divided initially to deal with the debris management will be returned into regular service, he said. To further quicken debris removal, owners said the government has been in talks with the People's Republic of China to facilitate the procurement of additional machinery that will be helpful in the cleanup process. The government of China is also making donation of equipment, and we have asked for certain kinds of equipment that will be used in debris management, excavators, front end loaders, and some other heavy equipment. These heavy equipment will be placed in the custody of the JDF, Jamaica Defense Force, but they are technically owned by the NAA, National Works Agency. So we are using the resources that are coming either from your taxpayers' money or what is donated to build capacity so that we are in a better position to respond to the next weather event. Ole said and noted his intention to complete another procurement of trucks dedicated to debris management. Onus added that the government was in talk with the Urban Development Corporation to help with riding debris from Black River, St. Elizabeth, which was ravaged by Category 5 storm, noting that it was a task greater than the end of NSWMA. Just to give some calm to the nerves of persons who may be thinking this might take us 10 years to clear the debris. A large part of the debris is, is organic, so that will facilitate fertilize the earth or will create compost. So the trees are that are falling, provided they are not falling on roadways or blocking access. Those can wait until last. We will cut those. Some organic debris will take care of itself. What we are doing, what we are going to do is focus on how would would be this like zinc construction material, fallen light poles, wires, and old furniture, he said. End of article. You know, oh my. I said I was going to come and support. I am totally, I apologize to you, Stevie England. You know, I tell you, I told you I was coming, but I haven't got the chance to. Being so busy, you know. I'm saying something. Anybody having a vehicle out there, don't only not on a vehicle, with a bike or a car. Sometimes you know the things, people, you trust them with the things, and them come back with a something damage. And they don't know some people who own vehicle with a bike or a car in a way subconscious mind will mark with things. You know when your something come back to you how it's supposed to feel. So I just share that with you. That's all I say. Yeah, mama, I was busy caught up with so much things, but definitely me have to go really today, as me end the live stream, I have to come and run a couple things for Stevie, England. True. Me I keep my word today. Been so busy, my brother. Fun in the capital. I love soccer to take over Eros Circle in Boxing Day. Okay. And here is a nice photograph, aerial photograph of Eros Circle. Wow. National Heroes Park. See a nice photo there. Probably use a drone to take. Sometime I didn't realize that the park was such a big place. It's big, It's a big park. National Heroes Park. It's a big park. Yes, I Love Soccer may be boosting a new venue this Boxing Day, but it will still be madness in the capital as revelers take over Era Circle for the annual event. Speaking at the Jamaica Observer at a recent site visit, Andrew Bellarm, chief organizer behind the largely successful soccer event, is promising to raise the bar even further as the event continues to cement its place as slap on the Christmas calendar. I love soccer. We have been searching for a venue, as a lot of people will know that entertainment and creative arts or cultural industries have been expanding in the city across Jamaica, and as such, I think there is a competitiveness to find great venues, said Belarm. There is a limited amount of venues, especially for an event of a certain size and a certain nature, and the Boxing Day and such a festive season as well. We need to find a venue that's ideal for us and can accommodate our numbers as adequate parking and is very central. We scoped out this area, Euro Circle, had a conversation with the mayor and pitched the idea that we wanted to use here as our home for the next few staging, and the idea was received well. Bell Arm went on to share that he and the team got settled in their new home. The space will be transformed to reflect the usual I Love Soca ambiance with the entertainment venue value still packing a powerful punch. We are going to transform this space and make it to our usual standard, if not better. At I Love Soca, we are known for producing a massive experience. So so expect to see a massive stage, a build out that will bring to life our theme from the entrance to the photo op space. We are we are clearly going to do something that's never been done before. So you can look out for a new presentation in our new space, he explained. With a lineup of DJs that will be tasked to take soca lovers on soca journey back in time to others who will be churning out present day soca hits. Belhemi, Belhemi says the event is guaranteed to serve up a good time. Come out early and you will be guaranteed 4 hours of just pure uninterrupted soca, and it will be an old soca build out getting closer to the newer year, and then following that we'll have a prime time segment that will lead straight into the shelling, he said, raising the issue of security. Michael Phillips, Assistant Commissioner of Police and the current commanding officer of Area 4 of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, said ensuring patron safety will be top priority for his team. This is an endorsement by the security force of this particular location as a new party venue. We see no issue in terms of noise, disturbance, and so on. And for far too long, we have been having parties across areas where we tend to get a lot of complaints. He said, I don't foresee any complaint from this particular area as we have done some assessments and we have satisfied that here is a proper place to host this and many other events of the similar nature. Albert Hill, Chief Executive Officer, Town Clerk of Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, shared that as the venue readies itself to take on even more entertainment events, the resting place of Jamaica's national heroes will not be compromised in any way as the burial grounds are separate from the spot now designated as the hosting space. He has assured the public that the preservation and dignity of those interned in the area will not be disturbed. Okay. End of article. Wow. As I say, it's a big space. When them transform that space, that if that section of the park, it will be a site. Okay, BOJ slows hurricane rebuilding task, higher inflation. Bank of Jamaica has cautioned that slow execution of post Hurricane Melissa relief and reconstruction spending could weaken the country's recovery and push prices higher, even though significant sums have already been raised to support the effort. Speaking at the central bank's quarterly monetary policy conference on Monday, Governor Richard Bliles said Jamaica's challenge is no longer just securing money for rebuilding, but ensuring that those funds are converted quickly and efficiently into repairs, infrastructure service on the ground. Excuse me. If all this money sits in Jamaica and is not spent, it means that the recovery will be much slower, the governor told reporters, while acknowledging, while acknowledging that the country's long-standing weaknesses in capital spending and procurement could become more costly in the aftermath of a disaster of this scale. The government data indicates that close to 1 billion in donation and relief contribution have been mobilized through official channels for Hurricane Melissa recovery, while additional funding expected from multilateral lenders and insurance payouts. However, some of these funds remain in planning stage as procurement process are working through. The government was moved to address some of these ex- execution challenges with the creation of a national reconstruction resilient authority, NARA, a stationary body designed to lead, coordinate, and fast track countries' rebuilding effort. NARA, reported directly to the Prime Minister, will have special powers to streamline planning, approval, and procurement, and is expected to focus on safer homes, climate resilient infrastructure, and improve landlord planning. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has said the authority will draw on experts across engineering, infrastructure, and disaster management. But the latest update from Permanent Secretary Dr. Rocky Meads is that the specialists are still being worked out. Sorry, the specifics are still being worked out. The central bank warned that delays carry economic risk as rebuilding demand rises for construction services, materials, transport, and labor prices could increase faster than supplies can respond, particularly in a small, import dependent economy. Governor Biles said inflationary pressures are already visible beyond food prices, which have significantly risen following agricultural losses from the storm. He pointed to early increase in the cost of home repairs, personal services, and meals sold at restaurants, warning that these price increases can spread across the economy if not carefully managed. We are actually seeing some of these second round effects happening, and so that is what we are trying to lean against, because if these second round efforts take hold, then we won't have the revision to the inflation target range that we are actually forecasting in the early part of 2027, he explained. It is against this backdrop that the central bank says it has chosen to prioritize inflation control as the country moves into the rebuilding phase. While economic activities is expected to contract in the near term following Hurricane Melissa, the BOJ has signaled that maintaining price stability is essential to prevent higher costs from becoming new norms as recovery spending accelerates. The upward revision of the damage estimated to US 8.8 billion, a 40% of GDP from 30% GDP, creates a greater risk that high inflation could be prolonged beyond the immediate impact on agricultural produce. Electricity prices, the BOJ says the latter impact of this inflation shock on the prices of other goods and services is likely to be stronger and more persistent than initially anticipated. As a result, the upside and risk of the disaster on the inflation outlook is greater, meaning that inflation could be higher than forecast, said Blight. The bank has therefore opted to hold its policy stance steady at 5.75%. 5.75% at this December meeting. While higher interest rates cannot fix supply disruption caused by a hurricane, the governor reasoned that maintaining a current stance can help contain inflation expenditures, which moderate the kick-on effects of higher costs as reconstruction spending accelerates. In the bank's view, cutting rates at this stage would undermine the effort. The bank remains firmly committed to managing inflationary effects of the hurricane, and recognizing that if inflation is not tamed, every sector of Jamaican society will be adversely impacted, especially the poor and most vulnerable. According to the MPC, will continue to keenly monitor the potential impact of high food prices on the levels of overall inflation and stands ready to adjust monetary policy if the risk heightened earlier and threaten the projection return of inflation to 4 to 6% target range in the short possible time frame, Blight said. End of article. Wow. hmm it is taking a bit longer for the money, all those monies, whether insurance money and the donation that Jamaica has received to go into the coffers of the reconstruction and to procure materials needed for the rebuilding of certain infrastructure towards the people. The longer the money take to be released, it will affect the infrastructure, inflation infrastructure. Understand? Yeah, we need the relevant people and to release the funds, man, so the people them can get the money to circulate. So bring down the price of inflation. What's behind these favorite traditional Christmas carols? There are many different aspects of Christmas that makes the season wonderful. Family, food, gifts, parties, decoration, etc. But the most special part of the Yuletide, the true meaning of the period, celebrating the birth of Christ, which is why Christmas carols have a special place in our hearts and evoke a feeling of nostalgia. It's against this backdrop that the Observer Online shares with you our 8 favorite Christmas carols of all times. Here goes Holy Night. These songs about the night Christ's birth was written in 1843 by a French poet. It is a general favorite at Christmas time and has been covered often by popular artists including likely Celine Dion and Mariah Carey. Number 7, Drummer Boy, written by an American composer, Catherine, in 1941. The song was originally titled Carol of a Drum and tells the story of a poor boy who was summoned by 3 wise men to the birth of Christ. The boy didn't have a gift for Jesus but played his drum to the approval of the child's mother, Mary. The carol of this Christmas classic is iconic and has been sampled many times, including by spectacular musicians. Number 6, Joy to the World. Certainly one of the most popular Christmas songs of all times. Whoa, it feel like some rain breeze out there. It feel cool a while ago. Ah, certainly one of the most popular Christmas songs of all times. It is as a must on any playlist at this time of the year. In fact, since the 20th century, Joy to the World has been most published theme associated with the Yuletide But unknown to many is that in its original form, it had nothing to do with Christmas. Isaac Watts, credited as one of the greatest hymn writers in church history, wrote Joy to the World in 1719 based on the interpretation of Psalms 98 and with Genesis 3. The lyrics did not reflect the birth of Jesus, but rather as Christ's second coming. Number 5 on the Hark the angels sing. Hark the herald angels sing. Number 5. Hark the herald angels sing. Hark the herald angels sing. Unlike the aforementioned Joy to the World, was literally written by Charles Wesley as a hymn for Christmas Day in 1739. The carol, based on Luke chapter 2, verse 14, tells of an angelic choir singing praises to God. It's a favorite to belt out at Christmas. Number 4, the first Noel. One of the most beautiful Christmas carols, First Noel, is correct, original, and dates back as early as the 13th century. Its current form of melody and lyrics was first published in the in 1823 edition of Carols, Ancient and Modern Carols, Ancient and Modern, edited by David Gilbert. The choral makes reference to the event leading to the birth of Christ, from the appearance of the angel to the arrival of the three wise men. Number 3, we we the kings. Okay, I don't remember that one. It will probably come as a surprise to readers that this choral is ranked as high as it is, but we did tell you it is a list of our favorites. This song was written by John Henry Jr. in 1857 and title is self-explanatory as it is centers around the three wise men who visited Jesus in the manger. Okay. Number 2, Silent Night. It was written by young Australian priest Joseph Moher in 1818 and refers to the calmness and brightness of the night in anticipation of the birth of Jesus. It was first performed on Christmas Eve in Austria, sending a message of peace during a time of war and devastation. Today, Silent Night is the world's most recorded Christmas song, with more than 137,000 known recordings and translation in more than 300 languages. Okay. And number 1 on the list, O Come All Ye Faithful. There's absolutely no Christmas playlist without this banger of a carol, the lyrics of which have been attributed to several authors, including English hymns John French, Wendell, 1711 and 1786, English composer John Reed, 1647 and 1692, and King James V of Portugal, 1604 and 1656. when his name appeared on the earliest printed version of the song and the version we sing today. The song puts worshippers at the center of the story, beckoning us to come all ye faithful to Bethlehem to see Christ. Share your thoughts on our list. What Christmas carol is your favorite of all times? End of article. Wow. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, man. I need to find myself an overseas article to look into. Already. A truck. Junction Main Road, St. Mary, impassable after truck overturns. Wow. Motorists are being advised to expect significant traffic delays along the Junction Main Road in St. Mary due to an overturning of a truck that was left the roadway impassable. In a public advisory issued on Tuesday, the police reports that a truck overturned along the Junction Main Road in the vicinity of Friendship Gap, blocking the roadway. The police are urging motorists to exercise caution in the area to use Scott's Hall as an alternative route while in efforts continue to address the situation. Authorities said that further updates will be provided as information becomes available. End of article. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Yes, indeed. Joy for you and me. Pick up the stretcher, you know. I pull it out tight, little hide in place. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Yes, sir. You came across with thought the other day, man. Say, it's a long time when I see you. Like the drought disrupt the desert. So we say some, we not experience some drought down there, but soon get rain, man. Rain galore. That is a forecast. Rain galore. Hopefully you are doing great. Well, I am. I give all credit and praise to the Most High. Well, thank you so much, and same to you. Yeah, man, same to you, my brother. Who might know, but now I wanna put a spokes or a damper to you people out there who take part in these. It's a festive time of the year. You know, we grow up here, people are celebrate these shingding. So I'll leave it there. So uh, yeah, I look for somebody last night, and when I see the person from about a week now, the compound I'm work on, part of it. I don't know if the guy did do a good job. Um, they can't find no overlight in the plug-in. The plug-in, and then the next week, the lights on the wall stop work. So you know, and the people, the management for this property, they might rely upon one electrician for come here, and there's so much electrician in Jamaica. Why don't they get some other people to come and check out the thing before this electrical issue spread to other parts of the compound? Electrical short circuits, not a nice thing, you know. I used to do it in school. Not a nice thing. These people are overstand. You see, if I have my tools, I could do it myself. But that's where I go. I got to go. I'm quite busy at the moment. How do you think, man? Anybody come and spend a 5 minutes or 2 minutes or whatever minute they want to spend? That's like, but you know, we're old school. We are old school. We do things old school type of way. So maybe some people may should have paid attention to. Mm. Them the on my list still. Steve, Steve England is one of them. I'm gonna need to go explore, do some exploring to drop in by to say hi. Yeah, man, big up yourself, man. Salutes, heart of love. Yeah, man, heart of love, my brother. Big up yourself. Yeah. Anytime you see me have on this, when the time feel chilly, cause some rainfall yesterday, and based on how me I look outside, some rainy clouds that persist about the place, so you don't know where it'll go spill over. Yeah, man, we'll give thanks. Oh yeah, I'm finished with the article, you know. We'll find the next one. So me have to do it, you know. I've been reading a couple months. Well, me I read from the newspaper. Yeah, people now interact like how they should have been interacting in the chat. Sticker pack. Mm. Curry backs down. Jamaica Defense Force begins recovery work in a compound town after chief's initial resistance. Colonel of the Maroons of their compound in St. Elizabeth, Richard Curry, has reached an agreement with the Jamaica Defense Force regarding the military helping with reconstruction following the Category 5 hurricane. It's a move that is being celebrated by residents in Maroon village after Curry initially at the idea of having outside force aid in the rebuilding. Prime Minister Andrew Owen has visited their compound recently and pledged the support of the JDF in helping to restore normalcy to the battle affected area. However, after the visit, Curry took to social media insisting that the full Maroon Council had met and decided against what he referred as a demilitarization of the Maroon village. That discussion threatens to add fuel to pre-existing friction between government of Jamaica and the Curry administration. Yeah, I just got to collect the paper. Plastic. Oh, two of them. I have two contracts. I deliver two paper at once. I deliver the cleaner and the observer. All right, let me see now. Oops. So I forgot to something. Forgot to take off the mic. So I have to put it back. Put on back there. Thing my jig. But Corey's decision did not sit well with some residents who launched protests in the village. The residents told the Observer that Hurricane Melissa left more than 95% of houses damaged, and their chief was not helping with any major repairs work. They said they could not fathom why the help was rejected. Since Curry's change of heart, soldiers have begun working on homes in a compound, and one resident said she was very grateful that good sense had prevailed. I am feeling very great and wonderful, said a resident who asked not to be identified. The soldiers are fixing the houses and they are comfortable in a compound town, and we don't have any problem with them. They are helping people who really cannot manage to fix their homes right now. A lot of people are grateful for it, and I know they don't do every house before Christmas, but they are getting there, and I appreciate it that a lot. Another resident said he was glad and there was no more resistance against the available assistance. I am glad that Corey is not putting up resistance anymore. I don't know why he was putting up resistance in the first place because a lot of people really need the help and he wasn't doing it. He said. Another resident claimed that their compound Maroons receive a lot of funding from Maroons overseas as well as international agencies, but no money is being spent in the town. The January 6th Maroon celebration is like 1 week away, and the roads are so bad. A lot of people, a lot of people spend a lot of funds since the storm. Even the school, somebody funded the repairs. A lot of things are there in the community to be done, he said. In an Instagram post over the weekend, Curry said that on December 18, a meeting was convened at a compound primary school to address and clarify matters regarding military aid in the recovery process. The meeting was attended by members of the JDF and Ministry of Labor and Social Security and full Maroon Council. The meeting was a success and all major concerns were addressed, included ambiguities around communication, specific community, and the presence of weapons, among other matters, said Curry. He added that the full Maroon Council was duly updated on the proposed days of work, among other details, which provided them with much comfort. Together with the aid of the JDF engineering regime, we aim to cover all homes damaged in a compound during the storm. The regime will be working with Nana Magati and will be mobilizing daily to assist with the recovery. We have been provided with key points of contact and were given the assurance of maintaining full disclosure and open communication with weekly updates meeting throughout the execution of the planned scope of work, Corey said. End of article. Okay. Just in time, planned before the storm, group aid to CRH hailed as timely. Montego Bay, St. James planned long before Hurricane Melissa left a trail of damage in section of South and Western Jamaica. The Hummingbird Association of becomes donation to Cornwall Regional Hospital. Your unit now taken on even sorry greater significance. I've been going through the hurricane and lost some of our equipment. This gift is very timely and will help to increase the number of bassinets, and other equipment we have on the ground immediately to serve the population we have now at this time. CRH grateful CEO Charmian Williams Beckford, 6 basins were among a range of equipment valued 1.2 million handed over by representative of the association. I'm elated. We are blessed here at CRH. We're really blessed. We are happy and thankful for the support. Wow. I know the little machine them put the baby into. Mm, okay. All right. We leave the article right there so for the time being. Right there so for the time being. Haggai chapter 2 verse 4. Be strong, for I am with you, declares Yahweh of armies. When the Jews who left Babylon arrived in Jerusalem, it was not long before they were affected by unstable economic and political conditions, as well as opposition. Some, therefore, found it hard to focus on rebuilding Yahweh's temple. Thus, Yahweh commissioned two prophets, Haggai and Zechariah, to rekindle the people's zeal, which proved to be effective. Haggai chapter 1 verse 1 says, in the second year of King Darius, in the 6th month, on the first day of the month, the word of Yahweh came through to Haggai the prophet to Zerubbabel, son of Shealti, the governor of Judah, and to Joshua, son of Jehoiakim, the high priest, saying, Zechariah chapter 1, verse 1. In the 8th month, in the 2nd year of Darius, the word of Yahweh came to the prophet of Zechariah, son of Bechikiah, son of Iddo, saying, Mhm. Nearly 50 years later, however, the Jews again reached a low point. Ezra, a skilled copyist of the law, then came before Babylon to Jerusalem to encourage God's people to give priority to, to true worship. Ezra chapter 7, verse 1. After, after these things, during the reign of King Artaxerxes of Persia, Ezra returned. He was the son of Shariah, son of Asahel, son of Hilkiah. Ezra chapter 7, verse 6. This Ezra came up from Babylon. He was a copyist who was well versed in the law of Moses, which Yahweh, the God of Israel, had given. The king granted everything he requested, for the hand of Yahweh was his God was upon him. Just as the prophets of Haggai and Zechariah helped God's people in the past to continue to trust in Yahweh during opposition, they can help us today to remain confident that Yahweh supports despite life's uncertainties. Proverbs 22, verse 19 says, For your confidence to be in Yahweh, I am giving you knowledge today. Wow, beautiful words to end the second segment of our devotional reading. The opening of Haggai chapter 2, verse 4 says, Be strong, for I am with you, declares Yahweh of armies. And the last, Proverbs 22, verse 19 says, For your confidence to be in Yahweh, I am giving you knowledge today. Wow. Despite the different challenges that this life may bring, we will continue trusting in Yahweh, the God of the heavens and the earth. Yes, we know that the silly ones, them, are the senseless ones who say there is no God, but there is a God. Some scholars come up with notions that we came from monkey. Ridiculous. Why we stop evolving then? We should have continued evolve same way. Yes, indeed. The Most High always sending people for do his biddings. Just like when he raised up Haggai and Zechariah, and he raised up Ezra 50 years later to go to the people, encourage them, and to give priority to true worship. Most High in our midst. Alright, me have to go. You can't say it on the ear because you don't know who I watch. But sometimes when I work at certain places, I need to have certain things for myself. So when me, you know, have certain things for myself. Sometimes you talk to the relevant persons to have certain things in place you can use. They don't grant you the things. Mm. Yeah. Wow. Look at this bottle. This bottle in Jamaica is 100 and something for this. And let me show you another bottle. This bottle, look at the size. 100. You buy this $100 in the supermarket, and when you go to the place where you refill a bottle like this, $100, and this is like 1 gallon. So you see, 100, 100. Wow. Kingdom daughter. Oh, go on. So Kingdom daughter, I said to the Rasta. Greetings, blessings, YouTube family. Hello, host Jeremy, and to everyone in the chat. Just one day at a time, God does not give us more than we can handle. Receive God's strength. Okay, thank you so much. And remember to give us a thumbs up, Kingdom daughter, please and thanks. Philippo, my brother. Hey, King. Hi, blessed. Philippo, we were. Yeah, desert was here. He's not here, man. Him just passed through. Desert not stay long. Desert just passed through and give a little strength on him. Flash out. But please hit the thumbs up button, my friends. Hit the thumbs up button. Yeah, man. Hit. Hi, Stevie. Those persons you call them the boat, Them just flash out and gone, them not there. Philippa, but I understand the thing, man. You know what I admire about my fellow Africans? Some full of manners. Full of manners, tell you the truth. That's what I love about you guys. Full of manners. Unlike some educated people in Jamaica, where you look down upon them brothers and sisters here. Would I kill them with manners? My gosh. Greetings. God support and demand. Brother Jeremy, I one bottle cost 100 watt a gallon cheaper for refill. Yes, water and should be free. It's not. No free. No, sorry, they don't. No free water around here. They don't get a free water. Water from the pipe. No. All right. Some place the water not taste so good from the pipe. Tastes no good. So I every day I have a. All right. That one I'm gonna show you. 100 and something. That's on 1 gallon, $100 for refill it. But I have a 5 gallon. So what I do when I go home, when I drink off this, I carry it home, I carry it back to work. So I just refill it at my home. Um, 1 gallon, a 5 gallon bottle, and it's $300 for the 5 gallon bottle and thing. Like my big brother ate. Okay, all right, I can see that on the screen. Yes, he ate with you. Yeah, man, but the people them, I know them not have no heart for the people. Them, yeah, man, tell you the truth. Them, it's all about the money, money, money. All about the money. When I say money is a tool we all need, not tell you the truth. We all need funds, but sometimes, some way, we get caught up in certain things, and I don't know. Like, brother, always supporting, watching, liking, and commenting, plus engaging in the chat, showing up and supporting when we can. For everyone, time is valuable and busy. Okay, alrighty. Yeah, that is true. Yes, you are correct. Yes, you are correct. 100%. Yeah, we give thanks to the support in the truth. We give thanks. Because sometimes we're alone out here and things. Things greetings to my YouTube brothers and sisters in the chat. Pray all is well. Well, thank you so much. And same to you all out there. It's like a double whammy for me because through I am born into this month. So for the my Earth Strong was the 16th, which is a tradition for me. I always enjoy full enjoy myself in my birth month. Yeah, man. I always I enjoy myself. I will give thanks. Thanks kindly. Please, all guys, remember Philippo support by subscribe. Yes. So, yeah, man. Show some love to Filippo99. Very fun loving. You put a smile on your face when you visit his channel. I tell you the truth. He's a fun loving, energetic character. Yeah, man. Filippo will get you smiling. Yeah, man. Yeah, so we're showing her the battle. When we used to come to work every night, come to work several nights of the week, I'm here buy one of these $100 every night. We come to work $100, $100, $100. So that would be like $500 may I spend or more. I'm say to myself, you know, I could get a big 5 gallon bottle. As I say, some of the water some places in Jamaica tastes real awful. You don't want to drink the water from the pipe. That make no sense. You get your bottled water, spring water, and carry it. You know, I take care of your water because I drink water from a pipe one time and water hurt my tummy. And I said to myself, never again will I drink any more pipe water unless me have a stove or stuff like a pot stove. I can boil the water and have a container, throw it into, make it cool and consume it, but not drinking no more water from no pipe. You hear the bird in my chirp? How time I know? Don't watch, no face. Well, everybody celebrating this thing called tradition. Everybody is or and should be blessing, especially when life is gifted us unto us each day to live. Many don't wake up. That is true. But I think I'm always I say, I always I say this in my life. Every time it's a part of me. I always I say give thanks. Always I say it. From me I go to school to now. My friends them the things I mean is a Rasta cause how I talk. But when you grow up in a household with Rastafari and think you certain things are just done to you on your system. You understand? Go outside, look at hear some of the birds that might chirp. You can't tell which direction you must sing from. Sound like him there another mango tree, yeah? Come from this direction. That is true. Always grateful when we get the gift of life. I'm grateful when things good, I give thanks. When things not so good, I still give thanks. But some, I don't know, them no remember Father, none at all. Come on, you're welcome. I like us be outside when at this time when the birds them get up off them restful sleep. So them wake up and I sing songs of praise to the Most High. It's a beautiful, beautiful feeling. I still can't hear the birds them at chirp. They're singing. So it's a beautiful feeling, man. I like it. I like it so much. Yeah. Yesterday, I have to start writing down some people who must go and give them a strength. I need to get my book active again. Yeah, man, it was a beautiful segment so far. Beautiful segment. What's your plans for the rest of the day? Well, one of my plan is to get some rest. Oh, and take up my Bible, just a little reflection. So get some rest. I'm rest, energize myself because since my couple hours some now I come off work. That's my plan. Oh, that. Mm-mm. Right now, let's see, we have food in the fridge. But it turns some cornmeal. Full of coconut, turn cornmeal. And we did roast two fish. So I got us warm up that. And we still have rice and peas. And I have buy some round ready. Have some rice and peas there. So I have meat kind prepared already. So I've turned cornmeal cooked down with whole heap of coconut juice or rice and peas. So things is there. I'll be coming to work later. Thing. The morning feel nice and cool because rain fell up in this area. When the rain fall, it's quite cool. You see some people passing, doing their regular morning walk. Something fell. Like something fell. Turn on some of them lights because they are light out. Awesome. Keep studying the word of God and always crave time with your own personal relationship with Him. Yeah, man, I try to do that. Yeah, man, I try to do that because I think tonight is my meeting night, but can't make it to the meeting, so catch them on the online, on the Zoom. Catch them on the Zoom. Try to be there with them. It's a beautiful thing, man, to read God's word. Some scoff at it, but I don't know, it helped me. It helped a lot of us to keep us grounded. But those who don't know God for themselves, I can't talk for the next person, I can't talk for me and others who it help. It help a lot of us. Keep us rooted and grounded in these challenging times. Yeah, man, it's challenging for all of we. I feel something for hold on upon. That's what I chew cornmeal, especially when it is with coconut well seasoned up. Yeah, man, it's full of coconut, man. I didn't have to eat no meat kind with it, but you know, put roast and roast fish them manga miri Roast some bangamiri and thing, and we did steam up some. So we have roast and we have steam. Steamers. Warm up some and place on the roast one night, man. And we, I mean, I eat. Wow. I don't ever want to the most I run, because my mouth I run water right now. Me I telling about the food, because I remember the taste, and my mouth I run water. You understand? Yes, I'm again, I'm there, I give thanks. There, I give thanks and things for all what the most I have done for us. Exactly, it's grounded and noted and sustenance when obstacles are wanting to come this yeah, yeah, man, for real. What you see, as I say, some people, you know, much time people come here and say a bag of things. I say, oh, me I pray to, me I pray to myself. I don't pay them much of my, I turn off the gate light. Because at the time, it light up. But you see, them not understand. They don't understand. I could plug out there, something here to get on about 12 hours now plug in for. Plug it out. Yeah. Yes, I see you. Yeah, we'll give thanks. We'll give thanks. Yeah, somebody just blessed me up a while ago. Give thanks. You see it? I have to give thanks. Just get a blessing a while ago. Just get a blessing a while ago. See it? I have to give thanks to the Most High. Somebody just blessed me up. So, but yeah, take it easy, man. I'm not take anything for granted. Father, do a lot for all of us. So we just have to be grateful. Stop complaining. Whether you're a male or a female, stop complaining. Some people don't even like when you talk the truth. You might talk about a thing, they must say you complain, but so what you must do? Keep it. When it eat you out, talk. And just get it off your chest. But you have people who every day them barrage you with things what you're doing in the past. As I said, watch a thing yesterday and I force something what we what we do, we shoot away with blessing. One, complaining. Two, buying unnecessary things and a pile up in our house. Clutter the place. So tell the family I will definitely tell the taxman to drive me across the water to get my third cornmeal. Since I am not doing any cooking, but aside until I break my fast. Okay. All right. Okay, we'll do that. Yeah, man. Yes, indeed, my family. They are 1, 2, yeah. Yeah, 2 hour, we do 2 hour. We never didn't come out yesterday. Yeah, never come out at all. Don't watch nothing. Sometimes I do it on my knees and just be with one spirit, with God, especially for direction, guidance, restoration, to trust the will of God and continue believing in Him. Yeah, man, for real. It's to do what is good. It's challenging, I tell you the honest truth. But you see, if you do what is bad, very easy. Very, very easy to do what is bad. To lie, steal. I remember when I was the same mountain, and that's why there is powers in certain months, you know. I'm born in December, and this work I get many years ago, the same month again, I get it in this month, December. And when I remember the monks, my one time boss, and with the monks, them at the guard room, them left me at the guard room. I test me, you know, one heap of firearms, guys. It's a security company, and he's an officer. You don't know you can have these things there. But I didn't go there for that purpose. A lot of bullets and firearms in the office. And they were watching me through a transparent glass. I couldn't see them, but they can see me. Transparent in the sense that I couldn't see them. They can see me. I mean, I sit and I wonder over there so long in the place. Back up. Them left me and gone. Pity them in there. But them, I wasn't nervous or anything. But this is a point me I come across. So I say, we do certain things and it can be good for us. But there are certain time people will get the wrong impression of you or me. Yeah, man. We have to continue holding on to the Most High. Yes. Hold on to Him. I refresh my page. You're all right, brother. You're be complaining and holding on to things of the past. Mhm. Of course. Yeah, man. I think if I can't find a way, no, I can't find a share it on face, on YouTube. No, I can't do that. But I go watch the video again and I go write down information, store it up here, so write it down, store it, and write it down on a couple of my pages them where people interact with me on YouTube, sorry, on YouTube, on Facebook. Stop complain. Stop pile up on the house with all bag junk. What we call junk, like things unnecessary. Like things that clutter the place. These things push for your blessing for me so that I attract your blessing to you. Complaining, push it away and piling up stuff we don't need. Push for your blessing. Instead of come and stay, it gone. Remember, Miriam. Miriam so was a good example. That's why I call a friend of mine, a female. I call her Miriam. I said to her, "Where's where's Aaron?" When she started murmuring, I said, "Where's Aaron? Miriam, where's Aaron?" Because she don't remember. Say that is what Miriam did when they were come against Moses. Mm. Amen. Thank God for the blessing that person has gifted you. Thank God. And yes, I thank the person. I really feel appreciated of it. And then again, there's another one. Stop promising people things. Like you tell somebody, say, I will give you a bottle of water, so and so, and I'm gonna fulfill that. Stop doing them something there. You only affect your own self. check my battery. 62%. Wow. Yes. So we're gonna leave it right here, so my friends. We're gonna leave it right here, so 62%. So thank you all. Thank you, Kingdom Daughter, for being here with I and I. Big up yourself, Filippo 99. Desert, my desert brother, down there in Kenya. Big up yourself. Blessed One, you too. Big up yourself. And Stevie England, big up yourself. I need to come and visit you as I finish this live stream. So thank you all. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, man. Kingdom Daughter said, true, we ought to stop complaining. Live simple as key. Keep your promise. Don't promise if you are not willing to forgive, as to be forgiven. Plus, let love cover all things and say, do. True. That's why I don't promise, you know. I don't promise. I just do. Yeah, man. I'm a doer, not a. I don't promise people things. I just do. So thank you all for being here. Bless upon yourself. Have a blessed night, a good afternoon, or morning. Take care. I'm signing out for now. Peace.